Welcome to Leeds College, Peshawar. My name is Etea Afridi and I'm a lecturer of English in Comparative Literature at Leeds College English Department. In today's lecture, I will talk about Etea MCQs. And in this lecture, I have selected an important word insist, which grammatically agrees with different prepositions. Let me get on MCQs number 1. The MCQs number 1 reads as, I insist withdrawal of your statement. In this sentence, we have a verb, insist, but the question is which preposition grammatically agrees with the verb insist. Remember that if we have verb insist, it directly follows by preposition on. So we have been given different prepositions on, of, and to, and the last one is the on to. I already give the point that the verb insist within a sentence grammatically agrees with preposition on. So option number 1 agrees, insist on withdrawal of your statement. Now let me get on MCQs number 2. The MCQs number 2 reads, I insist on admission at Leeds College, Peshawar. Now sometimes we have verb insist directly followed by on, but sometimes we have confusion that which form of the verb grammatically agrees with that one. Now we have been given different verb form: to get, is getting, getting, and got. This sentence is a little bit technical because we have technical case of insist directly followed by on. The question is which verb agrees with the phrase insist on. Remember that if a sentence contains insist on, it grammatically agrees with the gerund phrase. Now this option C, getting, is the gerund phrase grammatically agrees with insist on getting education, insist on getting answer, insist on asking questions, insist on teaching English, grammar, and linguistics. Now the last MCQs we have as choose the correct sentence. We have been given 3 sentences. Out of these 3 sentences, I will pick the correct one. What is the first one? I insist you should reject his request. Number 2nd one, I insist you should not reject his request. And option C given as, I insist that you should reject his request. Now sometimes a sentence has more than one clauses. Right here we have 2 clauses, I insist, and second is introduced by that clause. Remember that if we have insist in the first clause will be followed by that clause. Right here we have C, insist will be followed by that clause, and clause mean parts of sentence having subject, verb, and object completion. So right here we have the case, I insist that you should reject his request. Now let me sum up all these clues. The clue number 1 is that insist within a sentence directly takes on, insist on. Number 2nd case is that if we have the phrase insist on is directly followed by the gerund phrase insist on getting, insist on achieving, insist on asking, and insist on teaching. The case number 3rd is that if in a sentence if we have insist will be directly followed by that clause. I mean that clause contains the subject, verb, and the object completion. Keep in touch with English. Have a nice time. Thank you very much for time.